And we are live here at Beckley at Woodrow Wilson High School as this evening, Video Productions presents grade school basketball here, the third place game for Raleigh County. It's a battle between Marsh Fork at 12-3 against Hollywood, who is 10-3. Hello again, everybody. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins with us, Robbie Mounts with us also, and Eric, you and I toward the end of football season. We're not quite ready for basketball season, but we are, because we think we're going to have two outstanding games. The third place game here between Marsh Fork and Hollywood, to be followed by the Raleigh County Grade School Championship game, which will be Crescent going for a three-peat, taking on Shady Spring.
Yeah, and in the championship game, Marsh, you'll have familiar foes and Shady and Crescent going against one another. They're perennial title contenders every year. And I think in this third place game is going to be a real exciting game. First time that these two teams will match up this year in a Marsh Fork Bulldogs team against the Hollywood Panthers.
And this Raleigh County production here on Video Productions being brought to you in part by Access Health. We've got 26 locations of Access Health, and Access Health can treat your entire family no matter what ails you. Also by Brian Helton, as Brian Helton, wish him the best of luck as he is running for state senate, and also by your local little general stores. Well, Eric, we think that we're going to be in for a great game. And the thing about it is, this is the future. You're talking about, as far as Marsh Fork, they will go into Liberty. That's where, because obviously there's not a high school at Marsh Fork any longer. And, of course, Hollywood, depending on, I guess, where you live, you could go either to Park or Beckton-Stratton.
Yeah, it just depends on the split and the demographics of it. Yeah, and you're right. I love to see all levels of basketball and just to see what these kids are going to bring to that next level. You know, you'll see Coach Olsen, all the coaches that coach the next two levels of basketball will probably be here scouting and watching the future.
Well, you're right. As I look around in the stands, I do see current and former coaches here checking these young kids out. Of course, we're going to figure most of these kids will be fourth and fifth graders. Don't think we'll have very many, if any, third graders playing in the games.
Yeah, no, it's very rare if you'd get a third grader, but to get in the game. But I would say this, that we'll probably have quality basketball. Got some size on both sides of the ledger for both of these teams.
And the fact, too, I talked about Marsh Fork. Their record is 12-3. They've played 15 games. This will be their 16th game. And for Hollywood, they're 10-3. This will be their 14th game. So, that's quite a few games for you talking about, grade school. And it is really a rather short season, but still to be able to squeeze that many games in.
Yeah, I was going to say the season is short lengthwise, but
yeah,
they play 2-3 games, I guess a week to get it in.
And that's good that they do that. As we're about 2 minutes away from starting, we're going to see if we can take our first break, and we'll come back and we'll get you ready for the third place game between Marsh Fork 12-3 against Hollywood 10-3, streaming here on Video Productions.
Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall, with two locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert Z. Byrd Drive in Beckley and 8762 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Dutch Miller's Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia's student athletes. A winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
City National Bank, where you can purchase or refinance your home with the no down payment Champion Mortgage. No down payment, no private mortgage insurance, no kidding. Visit your local branch to get started today. City National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. To learn more, log on to mortgage.bankatcity.com.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Unlock the money already in your home at City National Bank. Consolidate loans or fund your next big project with a home equity line of credit with a great low intro rate. Visit your local branch to get started. City National Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Learn more at homeequity.bankatcity.com.
And we welcome you back to Beckley. Marist Lowry with Eric Thomas. Third place grade school game between Hollywood and Marsh Fork. Marsh Fork 12-3. The head coach is Ronnie Harbert. Hollywood is 10-3, and their head coach is Matt Arthur. The players have been introduced. We're going to have the playing of the national anthem. We'll be right back in 1 minute, as we'll be right back for the tip of this third place game here on Video Productions.
We won't raise your rates just because of an accident. Sure, everyone thinks they're a good driver. But when an accident happens, with Allstate, you don't have to worry, even if it's your fault. It's called accident forgiveness, and it starts the day you sign up. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Football season is starting and the all-star lineup of new Kias are here at Friendship Kia of Beckley. We have the playbook to help you score the big win on your new Kia purchase. We make sure you get the best price with almost all of our new cars priced at invoice. And don't forget, we have one of the largest selections of inventory to help find you that perfect ride. We have a roster full of non-commissioned sales staff and an any reason 7-day exchange program. So get off the bench and get a new Kia from your friends at Friendship Kia of Beckley.
We're dealing.
It's 4th down, seconds on the clock. He hands it off, finds a hole in the middle. Clear, nothing but Brian moves! Incredible! A touchdown for the win. I can't believe it!
Pizza, better with Pepsi.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our New Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Every bite better with Pepsi.
And we welcome you back to the gymnasium on the campus of Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas. I'm Marist Lowry. 6-minute quarters in this third place game between Hollywood and Marsh Fork. And Hollywood controls the tip, Eric, and it'll be anxious to see how this will unfold as we're looking at 5th and 6th graders here between these two teams, Marsh Fork and Hollywood.
And the thing that both teams will have to adjust to, Maris, early on is the size of the court as Marsh Fork comes up with the steal.
Yeah, nice steal that time. Here's
Noah Jarrell with the steal.
Yep, and then taken back away. Nice defensive play that time by Isaac Arthur on the steal, as Arthur will bring the ball up.
Nice feed.
Yep, trying to split the defenders. The ball's turned over. And ball's picked up by Eskins. Back the other way comes Marsh Fork. Not quite a minute into the ball game. And here comes Isaac Arthur with it.
Already you can tell that Isaac Arthur does a great job handling the ball.
He gets into the lane, puts up the shot, draws the foul. That's a nice take right down the center of the lane by Arthur, and he'll shoot a pair.
Nice take by Isaac Arthur, taking advantage of that. We can call that transition because that was kind of a delayed fast break as he picks up the foul on, I think that was Remington Harbert.
And the first free throw is no good. So Arthur will have another one coming. And you're right, Eric. I think the biggest thing, as you mentioned, the length and maybe the width of the floor as opposed to the elementary gyms in which they play in. The one thing's the same, the 15-foot at the foul line, as Arthur makes 1 of 2, and that's the first point of the ball game, and Hollywood leads 1-0. So back the other way, here's Marsh Fork. They get the ball down to the big fella down low. He puts the short shot up the glass, no good. But an offensive rebound, and there's a third opportunity and maybe even a fourth chance coming up for Marsh Fork.
And that's where I think Marsh Fork has the advantage as in transition, Hollywood gets a steal.
And a nice finish right of the lane. Put in by Gillen. And a nice jump shot on the left side hit, and there's a timeout. That shot that time made by Noah Jarrell, and Marsh Fork is on the board. So we got a timeout. We'll keep it here, a 30-second timeout. While we got a minute, I want to tell you that our broadcasts are brought to you in part by Access Health, Brian Helton, and your local Little General Stores. So we have 4:28 remaining here in the opening quarter. It is 3-2 in favor of Hollywood.
Yeah, that was, that was my bad penmanship on that. That was Ballard who, for Hollywood, who got the steal in the basket.
I beg your pardon. So with 4:28 remaining in the opening quarter, it is 3-2 in favor of Hollywood. This is a 30-second timeout. Ronnie Harbart is the coach of Marsh Fork. Matt Arthur, the coach of Hollywood. And that was Carson Ballard that made that last bucket for Hollywood. So out of the timeout, the Hollywood Panthers will have it. Arthur set to put it in play. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. This is the first of 2 elementary games. We'll have the championship game. Crescent going for a three-peat in our nightcap game against Shady. Hollywood breaks the pressure, but then Marsh Fork turns them over.
That's just Trevor Bowman bringing it up for Marsh Fork.
Hollywood doing a good job really extending their defense.
Yeah, size-wise, Hollywood's, not going to probably get beat on the glass. They're going to have to make their way, creating steals and transition offense.
Yeah, Gray did a good job with an offensive rebound to keep the possession alive. And once again, another offensive rebound, and this will be a foul on Hollywood.
And I think that's going to be whistled on London Graham.
Yep.
As he's trying to battle the big for Marsh Fork.
So Marsh Fork will inbound on the baseline. And they do have a size advantage. Here's a steal by Hollywood. Coast to coast going for Hollywood. That's Frazier. He'll draw the foul.
Yeah, Dylan Frazier does a great job right there, Maris. And the one thing to offset height is speed and transition. And he went to the rack and got to the free throw line.
Hey, if you see Frazier in number 10, you think of the one and only Clyde Frazier back in the day of the New York Knicks in their glory days. And I know if I was to say that as the first free throw is no good, I wonder how many of the grade school players actually know who Walt Clyde Frazier actually is.
Zero, none.
Because, it was 50 years ago when the Knicks won their last championship, actually a little more than 50 in May of '73 with Walt Clyde Frazier wearing number 10. Well, both free throws were missed, and back the other way is Marsh Fork with it. Here's a jump shot, and it's a little short, but there's the putback, and it's in.
That's Remington Harbert.
The coach's son, the big fella down low on the putback. First lead of the ball game for Marsh Fork.
And now Marsh Fork, shows some pressure.
Here's Arthur with it. They double team the post. They And there's a steal by Marsh Fork. Here's Honecker with it. Down low, nice pass, but he couldn't finish.
Oh,
Yeah.
right there is a great look, and the ball will stay with Marsh Fork as Hollywood's going to have to really, really try to apply that pressure to the guards, because once Harbert catches it down low, there's no one to contend with.
Yeah, and he probably wishes he had that back. He missed an open look right of the lane that time. Now they get the ball to Harbert. They double team him.
Now, he does a good job, Harbert, of passing it out when it's not there.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't force it. And now they forced him a little further out, and when you do that, they force a turnover from the big fella.
Yeah, and that's where, the coach probably does not want him receiving the ball that far out, but the pressure defense applied right there by Hollywood set the tone.
Yeah, you're right. If you're Marsh Fork, you want Harbert setting up 4 feet, left of the lane, right of the lane, backing your guy up on the low block.
Yes, just an easy turn, catch and shoot.
Here's Frazier with it, makes a pass down low, and there's a foul on Marsh Fork, and it'll be free throws coming up for Hollywood and getting to the free throw line.
That's 33. Don't have them in my book yet. Hold on.
Not sure if we got a lot of this on the run, so we'll see who 33 is as he gets to the free throw line.
Oh, that's Asher Kaufner.
And the first free throw is no good. Or actually, it is good, and he got them both. And Hollywood regains the lead. And we got a turnover. And on the turnover, the ball will go back over to Hollywood.
Mayor, a trend that's right now that's going to hurt Marsh Fork is Harbert has 2 fouls.
Here's a steal from Marsh Fork and goes in but misses the layup. That was Trevor Bowman, that missed that layup. A little short shot right of the lane, good.
I didn't see who
that was.
Had that
Asher
basket.
Kaufenhanger that able to knock that shot down from the right baseline and extend the lead to 3 at 7-4 with 1:59 remaining here in the opening quarters. We watch the replay. Nice little floater from about 5 feet on the right baseline.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight points for Kaufner right there as he extends the lead to 3 for Hollywood.
So as we told you, the nightcap will be the championship game. This is the third place game. The nightcap will be Shady and Crescent. Crescent going for a three-peat, and also Crescent is the school itself coming off a county championship, which they won in volleyball here within the last week.
Yeah, and that's one thing it has been perennial every year. Shady's always has a nice, basketball team. And Crescent, usually in the Beckley areas, they kind of have a stranglehold on playing in the championship.
And the one thing, too, and, of course, the size of the school, of course, Beckley in basketball a 4A and Shady a 3A, but some of the kids that are playing here on Hollywood and some of the kids that are playing on Crescent, as they move up to the middle school ranks and eventually get to Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, they'll be teammates instead of playing against one another.
Yeah, and all these kids really get to know each other. And probably play a lot of travel ball with the way.
Travel ball, play against one another, or with each other or against each other. It's going to be a Marsh Fork foul. And that foul is going to go against Bowman. Trevor Bowman will get whistled for the Bulldog foul.
And that'll be the team's third foul. And the new rule's going to, in effect, after 5 in each quarter, you shoot.
Yeah, actually, I like that. I know that's coming to high school. I imagine that would be the case for middle school and grade school as well. Instead of 7 fouls for the half, it's 5 team fouls for the whole quarter. There's a little shot right of lane. Good.
Nice feed by London Graham right there. And a little bounce pass to feed Asher Kaufner for his 6th straight point.
Here's Frazier back the other way. Has the ball knocked loose. Marsh Fork comes back the other way. And they'll turn it over.
And I still think the pace of the game right now is in Hollywood's favor based on, their guard play and their size. I think they want to get up and down the court.
Yeah, right now Hollywood on a 6-0 run as Arthur brings the ball up across the midcourt stripe. Coming up on 1 minute for the opening quarter. Arthur, a 15-footer off the window, a little too strong. And here comes Marsh Fork out of there with the rebound.
A good penetration, though, by by Isaac Arthur to get into the teeth of the defense just to get it to fall.
Trying to get the ball down low. Never a bad place to go when you need a bucket, and that stops the 6-0 run. Is a nice play by the big fella, Harbert, able to finish right of the lane.
I think he has all 6 of the Marsh Fork points.
He does. And we got a 5-second call. Marsh Fork turning up the defense, and they'll turn Hollywood over with 40.6 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1.
Yeah, that's what Marsh Fork said. Look, you're going to press us, we're going to come right back at you and force a turnover.
There's that latest hoop. Here's a 15-footer, no good, but there's Harbert trying to clean it up, and he couldn't get it to go. And here comes Hollywood with it. Arthur on the move. Going into traffic in it. They'll call a foul. For a minute, I thought it was a pretty good block.
Yeah,
and they'll call a foul and get Arthur to the line.
And I think if that's on Harbert, that'll be his 3rd. Yes. I think they're going to get him for coming, just swatting down. That's one of those things it's hard to, and he's going to probably have to come out. Let's see right here on the replay. Yeah.
And he will come out, as you mentioned, Eric, because there's 27 seconds left in the quarter, and that is his 3rd foul, and he's probably done for the half.
Yeah, and the thing is, that kind of puts Marsh Fork's back against the wall because now that takes that height advantage away, and you got into their bench, and Hollywood may try to get out in transition.
The second free throw's no good, but Arthur gets his own rebound, puts the shot back up. It doesn't go. So Arthur made 1 of 2 and then had an opportunity for a field goal attempt middle of the lane. And Marsh Fork comes out of there with it in the final 15 seconds of the quarter. I'm not sure if they know the clock, but they do have time. We're under 10 for the quarter. There's a baseline drive. Nice pass inside, but nowhere to go. And that is McLean, and he gets tied up inside. He'll have a held ball.
Yes.
And I don't see an arrow over there, Eric, so I don't know how they know which side gets the ball.
I think the refs are keeping track of it on their wrist or something. I don't know.
I mean, I'm looking for an error, and I don't see it. And Marsh Fork doesn't know. They've sent 2 guys back, or maybe they do. Now, I don't believe they do know what's going on here.
No, they didn't know if they had the ball or not.
They didn't know they had the ball. Will they get a shot up before the quarter? They will not. At the end of 1, your score is Hollywood 10, Marsh Fork 6. We'll be right back right after this break here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Back here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School, I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. Faith Alexander running camera tonight. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing. We want to thank the fine folks at Access Health. Also appreciate Brian Helton running for State Senate, and also Little General Stores for helping put on this game. And actually we'll have the championship game that'll follow this. This is the 3rd place game as we start quarter number 2, a 4-point lead for Hollywood and Eric, and they have possession. And there's a rejection. Frazier had the shot rejected but got it back, put it back up. It doesn't go. And here's Graham with it. Now Arthur has it, drives down the lane, and he'll draw the foul. So, Eric, as you mentioned, I like it that, once again, that we start the fouls all over again for the quarter. And I'm sure the reason why is we watch the replay here so we don't have a free throw shooting contest.
And the thing is, I think it rewards good defense, too.
So here's Hollywood with it. Arthur's going to dial it up from 3 on its way. Doesn't get it to go. And coming out of there with the rebound is Bowman for the Bulldogs of Marsh Fork. Bowman on the move, coast to coast, tacks the basket right of the lane. Nice little floater, and it goes. A nice shot by Trevor Bowman.
And he did a good job of picking up the slack with their big gun on the sideline. Someone else has to really step it up offensively.
And there he goes, a good-looking shot. Nice little floater on the right baseline. Here's Arthur taking it to the rack, off the window, up and in.
And on the flip side, Hollywood can take advantage of that size now and really attack the rim.
As Arthur did that time. Nice drive all the way to the hoop, laid it up and in, right of the lane. And there's a turnover. Good defense by Hollywood. They forced Gray of Marsh Fork into travel. And Hollywood will have the ball, leading by 4, with 4:50 remaining here in the first half. Like I said, this is for the third place game here in Raleigh County. Championship game to follow as Arthur goes down the lane, puts up the scoop shot, can't get it to go. They fight for the rebound, and Arthur comes out of there with it, and Graham can't hang on to the pass, and the ball's out of bounds. In fact, I don't think that was that.
It was Ballard. That was
I beg
Ballard.
your pardon, Ballard.
Graham said, "Don't give that turnover to me."
No. Well, actually, it wasn't his turnover. He was just trying to get the errant pass.
Yes.
But as we're friends with that young man's dad, Chris Graham, we don't want him fussing at us, do we? Back the other way, put up the shot, count if it goes, it doesn't go.
Hey, Frazier, I like little Dylan Frazier. He gets after it, and he gets to the free throw line.
There's the replay. As you mentioned, Dylan Frazier attacking the basket, drawing the foul. And he'll get to the charity stripe to shoot a pair.
And that's going to be on Noah Gerald. That will be his first.
Free throw is up and in.
First free throw make of the night, as Dylan Frazier was 0 for 2 in that first quarter.
And that's the largest lead of the game right now. And the second free throw is no good. He crossed the line. Even though he made it, they'll disallow the free throw because he stepped over the line. So biggest lead of the night is right here at 5 with 4:24 remaining here in the opening half. And Marsh Fork having trouble. Now there's a Hollywood foul. Hollywood a little too aggressive.
Yeah, a little
with
too
the pressure.
aggressive. And that's going to be on Asher Kaufner right there. That'll be his first. And, they right now I think Hollywood feels that they can really turn up the temp, defensively and trying to get the steals and try to put it away.
They make it really hard for Marsh Fork trying to get the ball up the floor, and that will cause a turnover. That was good pressure by Hollywood to force that turnover.
Yeah, and that's good pressure. Also, good coaching, because I think when you sense a team, a little bit of a weakness, you got to attack it.
Here's Arthur on the dribble. The guards have really played well, and that's been, I think, the reason the lead. And that time it's turned over, and I was going to say Arthur and Frazier, but a nice play by Marsh Fork, a defensive play.
Nice pass.
Yes, and the finish, they can't get it to go as Arthur gets the rebound.
Transition here. This is where Arthur can make his hay.
On the move to the basket. Count it if it goes, and is fouled. Isaac Arthur with a potential and one. A nice finish right of the lane for the hoop and the horn.
And as you can see, Arthur turns the Jets on right there, able to beat the defender to the rack, gets the hoop and the horn.
And Eric, the thing I like about it, the angle he took the correct angle right to the basket, laid it off the window up and in, and he polishes off a three-point play. Biggest lead of the game right here at 8, as Hollywood has now doubled them up at 16-8.
Yeah, they didn't put the points.
They haven't put the points on the board yet. Scoreboard says 14-8, but it's actually 16-8. And Arthur with the steal. Arthur going in for the layup. His shot's rejected from
denied
behind.
I think that was Noah Gerald.
It was a beautiful block by Gerald. Here's Marsh Fork with numbers. And they turn it over.
Oh, they got it right here. Look at this on this replay. Way not to give. He didn't concede the layup as Gerald came in and swatted it away.
And he didn't foul. He didn't. Not only did he not give up the layup, he didn't give up free throws either.
That was a good defensive play.
Here's Frazier. Has the ball knocked free. Good hustle by Marsh Fork. Ball's down on the floor. Good hustle. And still nobody out of there with it. And now they call a travel, as down on the floor was Noah Gerald. And he was like, they were going after it. He really just didn't have a chance, as Graham will put the ball in play right here in front of us.
Yeah, and that was a good heads-up play by Gerald, but just had nowhere to go with it, as Hollywood was like piranhas around him.
There's a shot right of the lane. It goes once again. Nice little play by Asher Kopenauer, and he gets it to go and has a chance to complete a three-point play. And Hollywood, Eric, to start this quarter right now on an 8-2 run.
And they've done it defensively with this defensive pressure.
Just a second under 3 minutes for the half. The three-point play is not completed. And Marshford comes out of there with the rebound. And it's Bowman. He turns it over, and it'll stay with Hollywood with 2:48 left here in the half.
No, I think they're going to call it the other way. I think it was deflected off of Hollywood, and they're giving it to Marshford.
So it will be, there's a 30-second timeout, and Marshford will have possession of the ball with 2:48 left in the half. Like I said, our nightcap will be the championship game, and it'll be Crescent going for a three-peat as Crescent will take on Shady. And I'm not sure. I figure we're probably looking maybe half an hour
after
between games.
The reason I'm looking back, Maris, is everybody likes to play around our plug-in. So
well, yeah, and the kids don't pay attention. But you know what? If you had a big orange sign back there, it would it's like a magnet. It would like flies to honey. It would track people. But if you don't put anything back there other than what we did of tape it down, nobody will even know it's there. So I'm with you on that.
I think in between games, I may try to go find a cone.
We might have to do that. But, you know, Eric, here we are for this grade school game. And we still got football to do. We've got a middle school championship on Thursday and still a regular season of high school football. But, you know, our coverage of basketball is just right around the corner, just a little more than a month. And we'll be here November 28th. The Beckley girls take on Princeton. And that's where we were the last time. Our last game we did was Beckley and Princeton.
And as Beckley knocked out Princeton, in the sectional championship, and then Princeton was able to travel to George Washington and pull the upset and get to the state tournament.
Yeah, there's a Hollywood foul. Yeah, we were here for the co-regional. That was the next to the last game we did last year, but we had Beckley and Princeton there in the sectional final. We'll begin our coverage November 28th on Video Productions, a girls game with Princeton at Beckley.
Yeah, and that's going to be whistled on London Graham right there as he got a piece of the arm, and that will send
Jacob McLean
to the line.
He'll shoot two. First free throw on its way doesn't go. This 10-point advantage is the largest lead of the ball game. McLean ready for the back end of the two-shot opportunity on its way. And he missed that one. Fight for the rebound, and coming out there with it is Graham for Hollywood. Arthur has it now. Arthur on the move. Tucks the basket, puts up a short shot, needs a roll, doesn't get it to go. There's a put back off the glass, up and in. A nice shot by Asher.
I think it's Kaufner. We need to
Kaufner as he finishes it with the put back. Biggest lead of the game right here at 12, 20-8. There's a shot just inside the three-point line. It doesn't go. And that shot was put up by Noah Jarrell. The ball will be out of bounds, and it'll stay with Marshford.
Oh, that last bucket was by – yes, it was, by Kaufner on the putback.
Yeah, Kaufner.
Yes.
So here's Hollywood with it. Arthur on the move. He's got Frazier out ahead of him, and Arthur's going to take it all the way to the basket himself. He doesn't finish, but he draws the foul.
A little weak whistle there by the ref, but that was a correct call, and he'll get to the line. And I think that's going to be on – it might be on Jarrell. I think they whistled that on 2-3. Yeah, Noah Jarrell will pick up his second foul.
Hollywood has outscored Marshford in this quarter prior to this free throw 10-2 as the free throw is no good by Arthur. And he's got another one coming. So Arthur will shoot the back end of the two-shot opportunity.
This will be Arthur's seventh trip to the line.
And he rattles that one in.
That makes him 4 for 7 on the evening.
So it's 11-2 run by Hollywood to start this quarter as Marshford turns it over. And really, Eric, as we talked about the foul trouble that the big fella for Marshford, once he got in foul trouble, Remington Harbert, it really changed their whole offense because now Hollywood's able to extend the pressure as Frazier misses that shot.
And you're right, and that hurt them both offensively and defensively. As you can see, Hollywood exposing the middle of that defense without Harbert in there. and they're able to get good look after good look.
And you're right, and no fear of taking the ball to the basket without the big guy in there. So here's Marsh Fork as Hollywood gets a steal. And they battle for the ball. It's out of bounds over to Marsh Fork.
Yeah, Frazier, good effort by Dylan Frazier, but as he stole the ball back, he was on the out of bounds line, and now they keep that pressure extended.
So it's been tough sledding for the Bulldogs in this second quarter, and they turn it over. Arthur on the way to the basket, right of the lane. Couldn't quite finish. Yeah, that ball kind of hung on the iron and wouldn't go for him.
Yeah, did everything but go in. As Marsh Fork gets the steal, comes the other way, or the rebound, rather.
Here come the Bulldogs, 15-footer from the left side. Good. What a nice-looking shot by Noah Gerald. He rains a 15-footer left of the lane.
A much-needed bucket by Marsh Fork Bulldogs as that stops a 11-2 run.
There's Graham in the center of the lane, puts up the shot. It's a little too strong. So let's see if Marsh Fork can put back-to-back hoops together. Here's a three ball on its way. That's a little strong. They battle for the rebound, and Frazier comes out of there with it.
Another steal by Gerald.
Yep, Gerald into the lane, throws it back out. Here's a little jump shot right of the lane. Good offensive rebound. The putback's too strong that time by Gray, and we got a foul on the play.
There should be player control. They might. Is that the fifth?
Yep, I think we'll walk the length of the floor and shoot free throws.
They should be shooting.
That's what we're going to do. And, Eric, and if I'm correct, there's no one-on-ones. I think it's all two shots.
Oh, 2 shots.
Yeah. And also like that. I do like the
newness of this rule was going to have fans a lot early on until people adjust.
Well, if they tune in to
33 should be shooting.
Well, Eric, if they tune in.
33 should be shooting.
Yep, I think they got it, but you're on top of it. Of course, we also have the video. But here's the thing, too, Eric. If people tune in to watch our games on Video Productions, they'll know about these rules, right?
That's right, because there's one thing that we can do. We'll try to explain the rule. Right or wrong, we'll try to explain.
Well, Eric, I'm glad you said try. That's what I try to do a lot of things. As the free throw is good to extend the lead to 12. Really good half for Hollywood as the second free throw doesn't go. They get 1 out of 2, and it's a loose ball in the lane, and it's Graham in there. He's in there battling with, I couldn't see quite
they
that
called
was.
A jump ball.
Jump ball. He was in there battling with McLean, and the arrow will keep it with Hollywood.
Nice out of bounds play.
Yes, Arthur gets it back. Jump shot right of the lane.
Was blocked.
And good defense by Marsh Fork. 1 second left in the half, and that's the way the half will end. So that's the end of the first half in this third place grade school game here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. At the break, it's a 12-point advantage for Hollywood. It's Hollywood 22 and Marsh Fork 10. We'll take a break, come back and recap. You're watching live streaming coverage of the third place game here in Raleigh County grade school basketball on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
And we welcome you back to the gymnasium here at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School with Eric Thomas I'm Maris Lowry, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing, and the lovely Faith Alexander, the brains of the outfit. She is on camera, and as I said that, the heavy hitter nods his head, and Eric just looks at me and smiles. Well, I could say she's the brains of the outfit when it's just me and her.
Yeah.
But how do you like that?
That's right.
That makes more sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, very rarely do you make sense, but right there you
That
did.
right there I did. Well, Eric, 22-10 is the lead at the break for Hollywood, and I'll have to say I haven't been to a grade school game in a while, but I was highly entertained by that first half.
Yeah, both teams, and both teams well coached for one. They try to run their sets, and I thought it was well played, not very sloppy game. I mean, it was just a tale of two quarters, because after Remington Harbor went out for Marsh Fork, he had 6 points, and they were only able to muster 4 more points after he went out, and that made Hollywood really go on a run, and their guards are really good. They have a good team, but their guards really attack. That being Hollywood.
I know they only play 6-minute quarters in grade school, and I'm sure the grade school kids are going to say, we only play 6-minute quarters, and we only have a 4-minute halftime. Why does high school need a 10-minute halftime when they play 8-minute quarters? Only 2 more minutes, but yet they get 6 more minutes of break at halftime. What's that about?
Yeah, that's what they're probably saying. What's that all about?
But Eric is, and I'm looking forward. And I actually, when we got the call, so, you and I were together yesterday when we found out we were going to be doing it. I was really excited. And as excited as I am for this one, I'm as equally excited for the championship game coming up next between Shade and Crescent. That'll be really
exactly what I was thinking. If these two teams are playing for third.
Right. The championship
some quality
should be really
teams,
good. Yes.
because the Hollywood really gets after it. And Marsh Fork, what did you say? We're 12-3 coming into this game.
12-3 Marsh Fork, 10-3 Hollywood.
Yeah, so I'm anxious to see this championship game, and what a crowd to start to file in now, too, as well.
And they continue to make their way in. Of course, Crescent in the championship game, the next game will be going for their 3rd straight Raleigh County grade school basketball championship.
And 2nd straight, because I heard you talking to a nice young lady just now, 2nd straight undefeated season.
Yes.
So they haven't lost in 3 years.
Yeah. So will tonight be the first
Because their
loss?
last win happened to be in the championship 3 years ago.
We'll see.
Wow, that's impressive.
We're going to go ahead and take a break and come back and get you ready for the second half. At the break, Hollywood is in front of Marsh Fork in this 3rd place game, 22-10. We're streaming live here on Video Productions.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
Little General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights.
And we're ready to go. Second half action of this third place game, Raleigh County grade school basketball. They get the ball down low to Marsh Fork as they have the first possession of this second half, and it's taken away by Hollywood.
And Hollywood starts the second half like it ended the first half.
Here's Arthur on the drive, and he'll put the shot up, and I was screened out.
I
heard the whistle.
They called a travel right there, which I held my breath even for the young man on Harbor because he was right there in the vicinity of a foul, and I'm glad that they called the travel.
Well, as we watched the replay, of course, the referee was standing directly in front of me, and I heard the whistle, and I didn't know what the violation was. But as I'm talking, Hollywood able to turn Marsh Fork over.
Yeah, this pressure is really, during the course of the game is really taking its toll on Marsh Fork's guards.
So this 12-point advantage, a 22-10, largest lead of the ball game for Hollywood. This is the third place game. Championship game will follow Shady and Crescent. Crescent going for their third straight championship here in elementary. And there's a Hollywood turnover.
I think that was the correct decision, just a little
too
the
hard,
spacing,
maybe?
a little too hard
Yeah.
with the spacing right there. And that'll come with time. Yes.
Yep, that'll come with time, and that'll come with obviously playing more.
Yeah, the more you play.
Here's Marsh Fork with it. And actually, we talked about it, Eric. This is Marsh Fork's 16th game and Hollywood's 14th game. So we know that overall it is a short season. They play, as you mentioned earlier, 2 and 3 times a week, but they've gotten a lot of games in for this short amount of time in which they have to play.
Yeah, as the crowd keeps filing in, Maris, this may be a packed house here tonight for the championship game.
We're going to have a held ball.
And that'll be with Marsh Fork because, the possession didn't change on the board, but it's definitely Marsh Fork's ball.
You're on it. One of the referees pointed in the wrong direction. And no, now they're going to say it's Hollywood's ball. I was just watching the referee, and that's the one thing, Eric, I'm so used to looking over to see an error.
Well,
and
that is the correct because Marsh Fork had the first possession and it was stolen away by Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yes, so they did have it right on the board, and now it's back to Hollywood possession.
So here's Arthur with it, trying to wheel his way through traffic. Frazier down the lane, a little floater doesn't go. And Marsh Fork with a nice steal.
No, Gerald comes out of there with the steal. If they can get it down the court, they have numbers.
And there's a travel. And that time, Bowman just couldn't get the pass.
Yeah.
He had the right idea.
Right idea. Feet
Yeah.
just couldn't get together.
So on the turnover, it'll be Graham to put it in play for Hollywood. And Eric, we've had very few substitutions in this game. That's one thing I've noticed in this game.
Yeah, you're right. It's the cardiac kids out here for both teams.
Arthur down the lane, and he dribbled the ball off his foot. Graham has the ball stripped. And Marsh Fork had it, and then Arthur picks it back up for Hollywood. There's a nice drive to the basket. That shot was too strong.
Nice outlet pass by Harbord right there. Gets it to his guard as he was going so fast down the court, he blew the papers off.
Yeah, he blew my
your roster.
My sheet away. And we got a foul, and getting to the free throw line will be Noah Gerald. He's going to shoot a pair as they'll get Frazier will get whistled for the foul. So Gerald will step up to the charity stripe. He'll shoot 2. And the first free throw is no good. Played a little more than 2 minutes, Eric, in this second half. Neither team has scored yet.
Both teams came out a little cold. Multiple possessions, 3 possessions each, and no points to show for it.
Second free throw on its way. It doesn't go. Missed them both. But there's an offensive rebound. Marsh Fork able to keep the possession. Little short shot left of the rim. That time doesn't go, but nice putback by the big fella.
Yeah, Remington Harbor does a good job of getting inside and getting his 8th point of the contest.
Yeah, 8 out of the 12. They really missed him when he went to the bench in foul trouble in that first half.
A lot of time.
Frazier on a drive. He doesn't get it to go, but Ballard with the offensive rebound. Graham in the lane. Needs a roll, doesn't get it, and Harbert gets the rebound. Here's Marshfork on the move. Nice play right of the lane by Noah Gerald.
And that's a 4-0 run. Just what the doctor ordered for Marshfork.
Yeah, cut the lead back to single digits. Arthur on the drive, right of the lane, lays it up and in.
And Arthur does a good job of answering like a good point guard should to keep that 10-point lead.
Nice soft touch by Arthur on the right baseline. Here's Marshfork. They've really had a hard time with this Hollywood pressure. 16-footer, a little too strong. Battle for the rebound. And Graham comes out of there with it for Hollywood. Now Frazier with it now. Frazier
nice
with a
pass.
nice dish. Looked like Clyde Frazier of the Knicks that time.
What a nice pass.
Ballard had it. Here's a little short shot right of the lane. Doesn't go. And it'll be Harbert coming out there with the rebound for Marshfork. Gerald with it now.
He does a good job, Gerald does, in the open court. They need to get it back down low, too.
Here's Bowman with the shot. Long rebound comes to Gerald. Gerald has it. Now they get the ball down inside to Gray, and Gray throws it out, and Frazier picks it off.
Frazier is quick.
Frazier's got Ballard ahead of him. He takes the shot anyway and scores.
Dylan Frazier with the drive and a nice hoop for Hollywood.
Equals the largest lead of the game at 12, 140 for the third quarter, and that'll be a Hollywood foul.
I think it might be whistled on Graham again. London racking up the fouls right now.
And Remington Harbert will get to the line to shoot 2.
As he steps to the line, he's the leading scorer for Marshfork on the evening with 8 points.
First free throw is not there. We've got another one coming. Here comes the back end of the two-shot opportunity. And it's a little too strong, and it didn't hit the rim. It hit the top of the glass. But if you don't hit the rim, then the referees have to blow the whistle, and it's side out, or in this case, out underneath your own basket.
And Marshfork extends the pressure.
Frazier has it. Now he gives it to Arthur.
You know what I like about Arthur? He doesn't seem too rattled with the pressure.
Really under control. As he gets into the lane, he draws the foul.
Oh, I think that's going to be on Gerald on the trip. And right here, as you see Arthur as he splits the defense.
And on the inbounds pass, it's Graham who's able to find a little short shot left of the lane off the window.
London Graham for his first deuce of the night.
And there's a held ball right there at midcourt.
It'll stick with Marshfork.
Watch this last replay right there, Graham. You can see somebody's opened the door, and by opening the door, they got a real bright light there, or actually not light, that's the sun.
The sun glaring
in on the court. Down low, the big fella puts up the short shot. Doesn't go for Harbert. And they battle for the loose ball, and I think it's knocked off of Arthur. It was, and it'll stay with Marshfork. 107 remaining here in the third. 14-point advantage. They've doubled them up. Biggest lead of the game right here, 28-14. Here's Gerald with it. Has it taken away. Ballard. Left of the lane, doesn't get it to go. Frazier on the putback, but Frazier a little too far under and couldn't get it back up. And now here's Marshfork. And good hustle that time by Frazier.
I'll tell you what, Dylan Frazier had the rebound at one end and ended up underneath the bucket, almost securing the rebound at the other end.
There's the replay. Good hustle.
On the steal, excuse me. I mean, he was coast to coast.
And there's a steal, and now we got a held ball.
That'll be Hollywood's.
So with 44 seconds remaining here in the third, biggest lead of the game right here at 14 and possession for Hollywood.
Looks like Marshfork's still going to stick with their pressure.
Well, and the big key, too, is the pressure that Hollywood has put on. I mean, Marshfork, as they knock it out of bounds, Marshfork's had a hard time, and only scoring 14 points, and here we are with 43 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, and both of these teams, really calmed down offensively in the second half as Hollywood has only mustered up 6 points to this point.
Hoffner puts up the shot. It doesn't go. And quickly back the other way is Gerald with it in the front court for Marsh Fork. There's a 15-footer on its way. That shot is no good by Bowman. Gerald hustles for the rebound, and Harbert double dribbles with 19.7 left in the third.
And that's one of those where I think he's just too far away from the basket, right, to be effective. And that good defense, harassing defense by this Hollywood Panthers squad.
Yeah. And, Eric, I'm not even going to begin to say take the last shot of the quarter. I'm not even going to begin to say that.
As it was a steal, because
yes,
this may very well be the last shot of the quarter.
Well, they may not know it, and the clock's running down to the final 5 seconds. Can they get a shot off in time? They do. It doesn't go, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, Hollywood has doubled up Marsh Fork. Their score is Hollywood 28, Marsh Fork 14. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring. We know you by name, and our 26 locations keep you healthy so that you can do the things that truly matter.
And we're ready to go here from Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Maris Lowry here with you, Eric Thomas, the heavy hitter Nick Eskins producing and directing, and Faith Alexander on camera. Here's a missed shot, and a putback is no good. The putback by Harbert won't go. And the third opportunity, that's Gerald putting up the shot a little too strong, and it'll be out of bounds, and it'll stay with Marsh Fork.
Yeah, but Marsh Fork was able to get some good looks, just not able to get anything to fall right now.
So got a new player back into the ball game, Jacob McLean out into the ball game, as there's a shot which is put up on the right baseline, which is no good. That shot was put up by Bowman, and here's Frazier with it.
Look at the speed of Frazier.
Frazier, coast to coast, goes in for the shot, doesn't go, but he draws the foul.
It's going to be on Gerald, Noah Gerald. Be the first of the quarter. That's what I'm going to start doing now.
Yeah. So it'll be Dylan Frazier getting to the charity stripe. And I wonder if it's just coincidence. Maybe, I'm sure he probably didn't know. I wonder maybe someone in his family knows that Walt Frazier Clyde wore number 10, and it's fitting that if you play guard and your last name is Frazier, you should wear number 10.
That I don't know. That would be a nice question.
Would be.
We know some inside people from Hollywood, so we
got to find that out, right?
Find that out.
So Frazier misses the first one, but makes the second. He makes one of 2. Biggest lead of the game is right here at 15.
Frazier has 4 points on the evening as he's 2 of 6 from the free throw line.
Arthur comes down with the rebound, and there's a foul reach in. So that's the second foul of the quarter. And you know, Eric, that's why I really like this new rule, because we could be with 5:18.
It makes the game
flow.
The
flow of the game, but
yes.
With 5:18 left here in the fourth quarter, we could be shooting free throws like the rest of the way in some of these games.
For the rest of the way.
And, you know, nobody signed up for just to be a free throw shooting contest. And that's a foul. You have to call that. It's incidental, as Arthur was tripped.
He got tangled up with Jacob McLean, and that's going to be the third foul of the quarter.
So, in 2 more fouls, we'll be shooting free throws.
That's right.
And another thing, obviously, incentive not to foul, because when you get to that 5th foul, Eric, it's not 1-on-1 anymore. It's 2 shots. And there's a nice finish by Arthur. A little kiss off the glass left of the lane. Largest lead of the game right here at 31-14.
And that is Arthur's 12th point of the contest.
Yep, I'm sure he leads all scores.
Yes, he does.
Under
12.
5 minutes for the game. 16-footer left side. Good. That's a good-looking shot. That Noah Jarrell reigns that shot. But for Marsh to get back in it, like they've turned Hollywood over. As we say, they got to get stops, and they do just that as they'll dip into their bench. And checking in the ball game will be Landon.
Is that Pyatt?
Yes. So getting ready to put the ball in play will be McLean for Marshford. Gerald with it now. Gerald spots up, 3 ball, doesn't go, battle for the rebound. Frazier comes out of there with it. Frazier on the move, puts up the shot, needs a roll, doesn't go.
Ballard with the rebound.
And Graham has his shot blocked. And somehow Frazier had it, and it won't go. And then there's Arthur to finish it. Well, that time Hollywood, Eric, they just shot it until they made it.
Good-looking 12-footer right there for
Isaac Arthur with that last bucket. And there's a steal. Graham has it. Kaufner goes in right of the lane and scores.
And that's his 13th point of the contest. First bucket of the second half.
It's been a 1-2 punch from Kaufner and Arthur for Hollywood. Biggest lead of the game right here at 35-16, a 19-point advantage.
A good call because they have 27 of the 35 points, and this is the third leading scorer.
Frazier goes in and lays it up and in. Now the game's really getting away from Marshfork, and they want a timeout. Because this has been a 9-2 run.
We're going to take a full timeout here as we look at this. Frazier just has speed in the open court as he gets the steal.
We'll be right back after this break here on Video Productions.
General Stores has been...
We sliding out, baby.
General Stores has been serving West Virginia communities for almost 5 decades. That's nearly 50 years of providing those essential needs for your daily journey. We are so grateful to be a small part of your lives, and we want to recognize the integral part of our operation, the LG family. We know these last couple years haven't been easy, but with every sunrise and sunset, you keep us going. To the LG family, the moms, dads, sisters, brothers, sons, and daughters of West Virginia, thank you.
This game is sponsored by Brian Helton. Brian is running to represent you in the state senate. Brian is the conservative choice for Raleigh, Wyoming, and Fayette counties. He is pro-life and supports our Second Amendment rights. Brian Helton will work hard to make it happen. Paid for by Helton for West Virginia. Kayla Kessinger, Treasurer.
At Access Health, we believe there's a difference between care and caring.
And we're back here in Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. This third place game in Raleigh County Grade School coming down the final 3 minutes. There's a missed shot and a putback that time. And the putback right there has been the main guy, Remington Harbert, for Marshfork.
Yeah, he's been able to do what he wants when he was in the game on the glass.
It seemed like the complexion of this game, Eric, I thought changed when Harbert got his third foul. Is Kaufner with a little bucket, a little short shot right of the lane.
15 points on the night as he's taken over the leading scorer of the game.
Frazier with the steal, goes in left of the lane, missed the layup. Ballard on the follow has it blocked. It goes out of bounds, but it'll stay with Hollywood.
Frazier's looking to get in the double figures.
The clock is continuing to run, and I'm not sure why that is.
I think after 15.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that of a grade school rule, but apparently no one's questioned the clock running, and that's out of bounds, but the clock is continuing to run. So, we learn something new all the time, don't we, Eric?
Yes, we do.
I did the state Little League baseball tournament this summer in Bridgeport, and I did not know that if you have 13, 14 players on your team, they all got a bat. Even though they all don't play the field, everybody's got a bat. Well, I didn't. Obviously, I didn't know that, and it was new to me. Something I learned. So coming up on 1:40 for the game. And it looks like Hollywood's going to take third place. Marsh Fork will be fourth. There's a foul. Free throws coming up. And they don't stop it even for free throws. I would think at least you would stop it for that, right?
Right.
I would think, but they didn't ask me to be in that room when they made the rule. That's probably why. There's probably a reason for that, right?
There's a reason.
All right, got a couple of free throws, and the first one is in. And that free throw is by Bowman, and he makes the first of two.
And that's Bowman's third.
Well, Eric, maybe when you get the lead.
They stopped it.
I think when you get it over 20.
Oh, 20.
Must be because it was
a certain.
When you get over 20, maybe they run it through because it was 21. Now he makes it. Even I can do that math.
Pretty good at that.
Yeah, I didn't even need to take off my shoes to get my toes involved with that math. Second free throw's no good. A lot of new players out there now. And we're going to need your rosters. There's Hollywood, a shot put up. And we're coming down to the final minute. 20-point lead for Hollywood. They'll have the third place as Harbert gets the rebound and put it back up and in. And Hollywood wanting to kind of time out maybe to make sure that they get everybody into the ball game.
And that's Harbert's 12th point of the game.
So he's got more than half, 12 of the 21.
We're going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here.
Yeah, we'll keep it here. So, Eric, your thoughts of what we've seen here in this third-place game? And
I was, we didn't know what to expect, but I was very impressed with both teams. I mean, quality basketball, and both teams got after it. And it's been fun to broadcast, and I'm glad these kids get a chance to have, they can go back home and watch this and, and be able to see this forever.
Well, we appreciate all the sponsors that make it possible, including and especially Access Health, Brian Helton, who's running for state senate, and your local little general stores. So out of the timeout, it'll be Hollywood to inbound the ball. It's an 18-point lead for Hollywood with 48.7 remaining here in this third-place game. At the conclusion of this game, they'll have the third-place trophy presentation as Hollywood turns it over. And then, Eric, will have about 30 minutes before the championship game and give us the time to kind of get our homework done a little bit. And back the other way is an easy layup for Marsh Fork. Hollywood all ran to the wrong end of the floor, and Bowman able to lay it up and in.
And Bowman heating up in this last minute of the quarter.
Bowman with the steal, put up the shot, no good. And we got a whistle and a foul. The shot went in, but I think it was before the shot. I don't think they're going to count that basket, and they are not.
Getting two shots.
So even though he made the basket, the foul happened prior to that. No, I guess he did make it. They did count it. And it'll be an and one. 39-25, so count that basket. And here's Harbert trying to polish off the three-point play. Free throw on its way. It doesn't go. Everybody just stands there, and there's a timeout. Nobody knew that it was one shot.
Yeah.
No one knew what to do. And the referees clearly said one shot.
And the team that's shooting the ball was able to call a timeout.
Well, yeah, no one really had possession of it, but no one really seemed to know really what to do. And you touched on something, Eric, about going home and watching this game, and you could tell that players on each team, you can see that they have got some advanced skill level, and as they continue to work their craft and grow and play more and more, hopefully get better and better, and there's a nice future ahead for a lot of these kids.
Yeah, you can tell the difference now in basketball on the grade school level due to all the travel basketball, all the leagues that are around here now. And it makes for a lot better, a lot more quality basketball because it's all about repetition.
Well, hopefully, like anything else, the more you do it, the better you are at it. Hopefully that's been the case. I've been broadcasting for over 30 years. Hopefully I'm a little better now than when I started in 1990. As here's a shot put up, no good for Marsh Fork. Final 15 seconds of the game. And Harbert off the window, doesn't go. We got a foul. Put that orange back there. We're sorry about that. We accidentally had someone that stepped on one of our cords and unplugged us. So we're going to wrap this one up because we're told that the championship game between Crescent and Shady will get started in 10 minutes as Crescent's made its way out on the floor. Final score of this third-place game, congratulations to Hollywood as they defeat Marsh Fork 39-25. Hollywood, with that win, will finish their season at 11-3, and Marsh Fork will finish their season at 12-4. So we're about 8.5 minutes away from Crescent taking on Shady for the championship game of Raleigh County grade school basketball, and Crescent going for a three-peat. So we'll say our goodbyes here. We'll be back on in about 5 minutes to get you ready for this Crescent Shady Raleigh County championship game on Video Productions.